And installation of neutral conductors. This is a rule that maybe a lot of people will probably want to know. Except as permitted by Rule 6-302 to 6-308. Then it tells you another rule 12-302 and 12-318. Neutral conductors shall be insulated. So again, these rules, it says except as permitted by rules. You simply head over to these rules here and see what it is going to give you, and that's normally how you go about using the code book. So where insulated neutrals are used, the insulation on the neutral conductor shall have a temperature rating not less than the temperature rating of the insulation on the underground conductor. Size of neutral conductor, it will also send you to Appendix B, but it will take me a long time to get to Appendix B, so I'm going to stay away from Appendix B, and one day I will actually go into the Appendix B. The neutral conductor shall have sufficient ampacity to carry the unbalanced load. So it just goes on to tell you here, the neutral conductor shall have sufficient ampacity to carry the unbalanced load. The maximum unbalanced load shall be the maximum connected load between the neutral and any one underground conductor as determined by Section 8, but subject to the following. There shall be no reduction in the size of the neutral for that portion of the load that consists of electric discharge lighting or nonlinear load supply from a three-phase four-wire system, and except as required otherwise by item A, demand factor of 70% shall be permitted to be applied to the portion of the unbalanced load in excess of 200 amps, and the unbalanced load is simply the neutral that we're talking about. The size of a service neutral shall be not smaller than the size of a neutral selected in accordance with some rule 1. That what that there is saying, your main size wire coming into your home shall not be smaller than the wires that you actually have going out to the home. So let's read this again. The size of a service neutral shall be not smaller than the size of a neutral selected in accordance with sub-rule 1, and shall be not smaller than number 10 copper or number 8 aluminum. So I'm gonna send this forward. Again, I'd like to thank you guys all for tuning in to Fabian Electrical Services Inc. And also, again, I have some videos that are pinned in the comment section. There are links to my previous live streams with grounding and bonding. Also, you have the AC disconnect live stream also there. So these are the last couple of live streams that I've done. Common, and then it says besides not smaller than a grounded conductor as required by rule 10-210, except in service entrance cable, or whether the service conductor are number 10 copper or number 8 aluminum, and determine the ampacity of an uninsulated neutral conductor run in a raceway. It shall be considered to be insulated with insulation having a temperature rating not higher than that of the adjacent circuit conductor. So again, also I'd like to thank East Badness for checking into the live stream, and also I'd like to thank Up Movement TV for checking in to the live stream. So again, for all those who are checking into the live stream, we're going over a couple stuff here. Right now, I'm in the Ontario Electrical Safety Code book, and I'm in the section 4, where it deals with the neutral conductors. We're going to possibly get into breaker sizing according to the Canadian Electrical Code, and some load calculation for residential panel. So it says here, common neutral conductor, provided that when in metal enclosure, all conductors of feeder circuits employing a common neutral are contained within the same enclosure. So it simply says, provided that when in metal enclosure, all conductors of feeder circuits employing a common neutral are contained within the same enclosure, a common neutral shall be permitted to be employed for 2 or 3 sets of 3-wire single-phase feeders, or 2 sets of 4-wire 3-phase feeders. Basically saying that, sorry, let's read this again. Provided that when in metal enclosure, all conductors or feeder circuits employing a common neutral are contained within the same enclosure, meaning that you simply have to run your conductors all in the same pipe. I believe the ground wire is different if it's not a actual if it's you're doing a sub panel. The ground wire can be ran in a separate pipe, but there is a rule for that, and if we do come across it, I will read it out.